How do you make sure that the communication remains effective and collaborative, and your global sales team really feels like being part of the team, from a cultural perspective?
Yeah, that's a really good question, especially as companies do move into that remote first environment. You really have to make sure that the regions are not siloed as much as possible. So for the most part, we'll have, as I said, we'll have our global meeting between the CSMs and the AEs each month, just to continue that connection. There will be other areas, so we'll continue to have monthly meetings with the North American and APAC AEs and CSMs, so they can build that connection. And then we also have a monthly EMEA catch up as well. But a lot of our staff are based in EMEA, so that's why we sort of focus on that area. But it is making sure that you have a very open communication style, and the best way that I find to do that, especially as you're growing a global team, is to really empower and enable your sales team to contribute to the overall framework of the sales process. I'm a big advocate for ensuring that each of your salespeople have obviously their KPI to hit target, but you also give them some exciting practices or processes that they can work on. What that does is it helps them feel empowered and they're actually contributing something to the company. But it also gives buy-in from the salesperson. If a salesperson or a collective sales team go through and they decide that the best way for us to manage our sales pipeline is to have 4 stages as opposed to 5, then you let them craft that together and then it comes to you for review. What that does is it gives them that buy-in. They feel like they've contributed something worthwhile to the company.
Yeah.
But now they're also going to follow it. And for any sales leader, you'll know one of the biggest challenges of leading salespeople is CRM maintenance, or any kind of admin that's outside of the sales process. So if you can get your sales team to contribute to that process and really buy in, then it's like a sale. Once they've bought in, then it looks it's frowned upon if they then go against it. So that's one of the best things that I've sort of focused on, is just making sure that I empower each individual salesperson to not just bring in their KPI target, but also work on different projects.
Yeah. So now your whole sales team loves entering data into the CRM, I assume.
Well, they do actually, because they've put down the whole process for me, and it's I don't speak to customers daily. They do, so they've documented everything, and it's a working document, and every single salesperson around the globe has contributed to this document. So because it's a working document that's been formulated by the sales team, it's their document. They buy into it. If they don't fill in the correct fields in the CRM when a deal closes, then they actually start to feel a little bit like they've let themselves down, because they're not following their own principles that they've put in place initially.